How's it going, everyone? Today we're doing work on the Celica and possibly doing some work on a 1966 Dodge Dart, so stay tuned. So I just got a set of new fuel injectors. I said before in the previous video, this one right here is actually leaking. All these other ones are dry, but I'm still gonna replace them. I'm gonna do that first and see if it fixes the idling issue that I'm having. And then I'm gonna finish taking out these factory under trays because one, they're broken, two, they hang way underneath the car, and three, they just look gosh darn ugly, and I think it'll have better air ventilation for cooling if those are gone anyway. So let's get started. So the set of fuel injectors that I got were just a set of factory OEM ones. So I got like new O-rings. I got a set of 4 new fuel injectors. These are like really cheap fuel injectors and they're like brand new. If I bought the OEM ones, like the original ones that came with this car, they went up to like 200 bucks. I got these for 50 bucks. So quarter of the price. They looked alright. I lined them up with the other fuel injector and they looked alright. But when I remove them, we'll obviously be able to tell if these are even the right ones. So it's just 50 bucks. So if worse comes to worse, I don't think I can return them. I think it's a little bit too late to return them. I haven't started my Celica in about a couple weeks, so let's see what happens. So now I'm actually going to figure out how to even take the fuel injectors off. It looks like I gotta disconnect that main fuel line right there. Oh, yep. Oh no, I think I have to take the intake manifold off. Yeah, I think I do. That stinks. So it looks like I gotta take off this top portion of the intake manifold. Alright, so I gotta take off these 2 top bolts to the throttle body. I have to take these 3 bolts off, and there's like a top portion to this. And then when I take that off, I'll be able to access these 2 bolts right here, which is holding the fuel rail in. So I'll do that. Actually, you know what? Since I have these parts out, I might clean them and polish them while I'm at it. Or just like wipe them down. Especially this fuel rail because it's really cruddy and full of junk. So yeah. So I'm going to start with just removing the battery terminal because just in case it primes, I don't want to have fuel go all over the place. On second thought, I actually found more bolts. There are these 2 bolts down here, right here, and right here, that I need to take off this 2-piece throttle body deal. And I think I need to take off this whole entire throttle assembly in order to take this off, so I'm gonna get to that. Look at all the oil in this intake. Like, look at how the PCV system, like, just puts oil back into the engine. That's nuts. That's a lot of oil in the intake. There's a lot of, like, potential with these parts. Like, look how many, like if this was ported, like, get rid of these lines and make the inlet bigger, like, I see potential for horsepower. Like, look at the ports on the intake. Like, you could port these out, like, a lot and make it so it has more, like, I guess you could say, like, volumetric space. Because there's, like, a lot of stuff where the air has to pass through in order to, like, make power. So the less restriction, the better. But look at all that oil, man. That's crazy. One day I'll take one of these engines, like, one day I'm gonna buy one of these engines, like, just like this stock, and I'm gonna, like, modify it myself. Right now I'm just trying to get this running good and then drive it until it blows up. Wow, look at all that. I might clean that up a little bit and then reinstall everything, but damn. So I was looking at the rings wrong. These are the ring. Oh. No, 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 no. Oh. So these are the rings. I was thinking that that little rubber lip was the ring and that was just the bottom piece, but this is actually the whole ring. But they were all leaking anyway, so there are the old ones, there are the new ones. They're exactly alike. They have the same ports for the injector down at the bottom. So I'm going to put these new rings on, and then let's install these brand new fuel injectors. Oh wow, that fits a lot better. Oh no! Oh no! False alarm, people. False alarm. Well, I just put the frickin' O-ring on the wrong side. That would have been awesome. Now I'm going to use a wrench. I'm going to even them out. So I gotta bring one of these bolts. I gotta bring this bolt with me to the hardware store and get another one. I might as well get all of them actually. These bolts did not rust at all. This is a Florida car. It is moist down there, but it's not. There's no salt. The product that I'm using for to clean this intake manifold is Super Clean Degreaser. So I'm gonna try it out. It worked on the intake manifold of my dad's car, so I'm gonna try it on this. There it is. I'm going to be very generous with it because there's a lot of poop. Alright, I'm going to let that sit for a second and get the hose running. Alright, so it came out pretty good. This is a lot cleaner than it was. There's still some like grime and just poop in there that I want to get rid of. Like, that's ugh. But I'm gonna see if I can get that in the inside a little cleaner. And the outside came out pretty good, but it's still like it's pitted and stuff, so that's as best as I'm gonna get that. I could polish it, but this engine's not really worth it right now. When it blows up, I'll build it and do all the cool stuff, but for now I'll just leave it like that. I'm gonna let it dry here while I go get that bolt. Got our new bolts. Oh yeah, check this out, it's so clean. All right, throttle body is on. This right here, this pulley, is making a noise. Now, I don't know why it would be causing hesitation. And if it's not that, then I have to continue searching for the problem. I'm going to let the engine run for a little bit and see if temperature matters. I'm going to let it get to operating temp and see if the hesitation goes away. And if that's the case, I'm going to check my idle air temperature sensor. I might actually check the gap on my plugs. I wonder if it says it here somewhere. I'm going to check it out. So a couple hours later, I just took out the #1 cylinder spark plug, and I think I found the problem. I'm going to check the gap. It's supposed to be around 28 thousandths. I'm going to see what they're at now. They're at 35 thousandths. That might be why. So, here it is. You can see it. So it's at 35 thousandths. These need to be gapped down around 10 thousandths. So I'm gonna clean all these up and then re-gap them and then put it back in the car and see if it runs better. Alright, I may or may not have messed up one of the plugs, but I'm gonna see if that worked. No, didn't work. I think it might have the wrong spark plugs in it, to be honest. I think that's what the issue is here. I'm gonna stop at the store and pick up some spark plugs. I swear to God, I think it's an ignition problem. I don't think it's anything else. Alright, I'm gonna try that. So I just changed the spark plugs. These are the old ones. I'm just trying to put them back in the box. And when I first started the car, it was still doing the hesitation. But what gets me is one, first of all, that noise. I think that's a pulley, one that I need to replace. It's idling fine now. When it warmed up, I wanted to see what would happen when I let it warm up, and it's idling fine. So my guess is that it could be an air temperature sensor on the intake or a sensor of some kind. I'm gonna fiddle around with it more and see what I can do, but if that's not it, more diagnosing. So, I mean, it's running smooth now. Let me see what happens when I give it some throttle. Yeah, it's running real smooth. Nah, it's running better, but it still has a little hesitation. But it is running way better. What the heck could it be? If anyone knows what it is, just please leave it in the comment section, because I'm lost right now. I checked the coil. I mean, I'll try changing spark plug wires. I've never done those on this car yet. But, you know, I'll give it a shot. I really am just I'm trying to diagnose what's making this engine sputter. I'm running out of daylight and I gotta do homework for class, but I'm just trying to figure out, I don't understand. I'm physically stumped. Physically and mentally stumped. Yeah, see, it drops and then it picks back up. Drops, picks back up, drops. But it's not just the tack, it's actually doing that. So I have to figure out what the heck that is. It doesn't look like a lot, but when the engine's cold, it does it way more often. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck it could be. I'm really at a loss right now. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna turn her off for today. Thank you everyone for watching this video. If you know what's going on, please inform me. I replaced the spark plugs. I did the fuel injectors. I mean, I was supposed to work on my dad's car today and fix a lawnmower. He ended up doing the lawnmower because I was taking too long. Sorry, Dad. And it's just getting way too late for me to do his car because I was spending pretty much all day trying to fix this and diagnose this and run errands and continue with my daily life. So I gotta figure out what the heck is wrong here. Thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. I gotta sneeze. Leave a like and subscribe. Now my eye is twitching. Oh God. So leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, message me if you know what's going up right now, because I'm thinking a cracked vacuum hose or distributor, I don't know, idle advance something. I don't know. I'm gonna replace that pulley that's worn. This one right here, it's got a lot of play in it, but I mean, the hoses look good. They're not like rotted in any way. I don't know. I was playing around with the intake hoses on the back, making sure they were on. They were all on. I don't know. I'm really not too sure. I'm really just confused by the whole thing. Any vacuum hoses on the distributor, like idle advance or something? I don't know, but I checked the distributor out. It was fine. So I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'll leave it for another day. But for now, thank you everyone for watching. In the next video, I really want to wash the engine bay, because that degreaser stuff that I used on my aluminum parts, it took the finish off. It really didn't have finish on it anyway because it was just so worn, but it freaking cleaned it. So I'm gonna see if I can wash my engine bay in the next video, because that would be awesome to work on a nice clean engine. So, you know, leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Oh, I didn't take the under trays off. No, I forgot to. Whatever, I'll probably do it another day. But leave a like and subscribe. Peace out, everybody.